right, guys. Thursday Night Thunder. Here we go. Ready to run Sportsman. You guys can get your transponders if you need them. Scott Setzer, Dylan Johnson, Sean Sims, Vaughn Sims, and Matthew Akel. You guys are up. As soon as we're done blowing the track off, as soon as I get to go, there we go. Race number 4, Stock Buggy, Sean O'Hare, Mason McCombs, Eric Olds, and Mike Olds. You are my turn marshals. Vaughn, you're blue 4. There you go. And Sean is blue 3. There's Sean. Remember, guys, when we turn marshal, we'll kind of get closer to the middle areas. Also, drivers, when you're done with your race, no more hot laps. You pull it off. Make sure you, when the race is over, you pull it off. Do not continue with your hot laps. And then we'll have Mason over there in the middle, and we'll be good. All right, my drivers are checked in, just waiting for Mason McCombs and turn marshal, and we'll get going. All right, let's start slowing them up. Let's start gridding them up over right here, right in front of the jump, right here, the double. There we go. Mason, you out there? I just need you in front of the driver stand over there. It'll be good. All right, drivers, here we go. Race number 1 out of 4, Thursday night, round 1. Ready to run Sportsman, Scott Setzer. You are going on the horn in less than 5. Dylan, Sean, Vaughn, and Matthew Akel. And we're off. Race number 1 out of 4. Ready to run Sportsman. As soon as you guys put in a lap down, I will go into the race order. And right now we're coming up on that 1 minute down, 3 minutes to go. And Matthew Akel right there in the pink and white stadium truck. He is your leader right now on a pace, on a 12-lap pace in a time of 4 minutes and 11 seconds. Dylan Johnson right now in second. He's in that green short course right there, and he laid down a 19.9 in lap number 3. He's currently right now on a 12-lap pace and only 7 seconds back off the leader. Scott Setzer now moves up into the second spot, laying down a 19.8 last lap. And now he's back down to third. Dylan Johnson now back up in the second. Scott Setzer only 1 second back off of Dylan for the second spot. Matthew Akel laying down a 19.7 in lap number 4, 2:15 on the clock. Sean Sims in the 4th on a 9-lap pace. Vaughn in 5th on a 7. Matthew Akel laying down another 19.7. Dylan, last lap. Your last lap currently right now, you were in second. Your last lap is a 20.1, and we're at that 2-minute mark. And Scott Setzer moves right back up into second. He's in that black and blue stadium truck. And there's Sean Sims. He's currently in fourth. He's in the white and green short course. And Vaughn, he's in the fifth spot. He's in the black and silver short course. 1:30 on the clock. Scott Setzer now in the lead, laying down a 19-1 last lap. But he laid down a 19 flat in lap number 6. But Matthew Akel, that 19.4, takes it right back. And right now, Matthew on a 12-lap 4:04 pace. Right now, down in the second, only 1/10 of a second back off of Scott. Scott in the lead right now on a 12-lap 4:04 pace. Dylan Johnson in the third, 12 laps and 4:09. Dylan Johnson only 4 seconds back off a second. And right now, we're at that 1 minute mark. 1 minute to go. Up next, independent stock buggy. Matthew Akel, Scott Setzer, Dale Hines, and Danny Landry. Also going to need 2 volunteers for the next race for term marshals. And Scott Setzer leading them. Matthew Akel in second. Dylan Johnson in third. Sean in the fourth. And Vaughn in the fifth. Yes, guys, the concession is open. Melanie is cooking down there. Might be a nice night for hot chocolate. Go see her. Also, we are broadcasting live on YouTube, so share the link. 10 seconds. Scott Setzer, you're still leading them out. Matthew Akel in second and Dylan Johnson in the third. 3 seconds. Race is over. Keep going until I tell you you're done. Scott Setzer last lap laying out 18.9. Dylan Johnson, you're done. Matthew Akel, you're done. Sean Sims, you're done. Scott Setzer, you're done. And Vaughn Sims, you are done. Scott Setzer takes victory, sets early TQ with 13 laps in 4:21. Matthew Akel coming in second, 12 laps, 4:05. And Dylan Johnson third, 12 laps and 4:10. Good racing, guys. Skills are getting a lot better. Major improvements. Like it. All right, guys. Race number 2 out of 4. Independent stock buggy. Also, guys, I need 2 volunteer term marshals, please. I got 2 drivers running back to back. Had no choice. Remember, drivers, I need the transponders back. There you go. Thank you, buddy. Yeah, I see it now. See, you're on top of it. And you got 10 laps last race, so you're improving. I think it was you got 10. Nope. Sorry, Sean. Sean got 10 laps. You're right there, right behind him. You guys improved. I'm impressed. No, I don't. Mason should. I don't have a body reamer. All right, we're going to give a minute's grace for Danny. All right, we're got enough turn marshals out there. Sweet. I'm putting my money on Beachline tonight. Right, Dale? You're gonna do it tonight? I got my money on him. Just waiting for Danny Landry. He's getting a body ream. He has to punch a hole, and we'll get going. Landry has returned to the scene here. He is back racing. I don't know if he ever really raced. Look at that. He's ready. That was illegal, sir. You're supposed to enter on the red carpet. I'm docking you a lap. All right, he's on the driver's stand, so I already got you checked in, so we're good to go. All right, independent stock buggy race number 2 out of 4. Here we go. Scott Setzer, you are going to lead him off on the horn in less than 5. Dale. Danny. And Matthew. And we're off. Race number 2 out of 4, independent stock buggy. Here we go. As soon as you guys put a couple laps down, I will go into the race order. And there he is in that yellow and black, all the way from Beachline, Dale Hines. First time here. And right off the bat, Scott Setzer in lap number 2 with an 18.5. Dale Hines in second with an 18.6 last lap. And currently right now, Scott Setzer and Dale are all both on a 16-lap pace. Matthew on a 15 and Danny on a 12. And with that 18.6, follows it with 18.8. Dale Hines right now in the lead. And he has a 5-second lead over Scott Setzer. Scott Setzer last lap 20.1. Currently right now on a 16-lap 5:12 pace. Matthew Akel in the third. He's on a 13-lap 5:24 pace. And Danny Landry in the fourth on 11-lap pace. 3:30 to go, guys. Dale Hines last lap 18.8, and Scott Setzer last lap with an 18.2. Coming up on that 2 minutes down, 3 minutes to go. It is Dale Hines, Scott Setzer, Matthew Akel, and Danny Landry. That is the running order. And you heard her, we're at that 3-minute mark. And Scott Setzer with that 18.7 is now in the lead. Scott Setzer in that blue and black buggy. He is your leader. Dale Hines in the yellow buggy. He is in second. Matthew in the pink and white. Oh, I'm sorry, the pink and blue. He's now in third. And Danny Landry in the blue and red. He is in fourth. 2:30 to go. Last lap for Scott, 23.7. Dale Hines in second. Dale right now only 1 second off the leader. Scott Setzer with a 19.2. Dale last lap 19.1. Dale Hines only up 1/10 of a second back off the leader. And we're coming up on that 2-minute mark. Scott with an 18.5 last lap. And Dale answers with 18-7. So less than 2 on the clock. Less than 2 on the clock. Up next is race number 3, novice. Dylan Johnson, Sean Sims, and Vaughn Sims. And we have car marshal right here. And we're clear. 1:30 on the clock. Matthew Akel, last lap, 19.4. Mason, after this race, I need to see you. Please. Coming up on that 1 minute mark. 1 minute to go, guys. 1 minute to go. It is Dale Hines in the lead right now on a 16-lap 5:10 pace. Scott Setzer in second, 16 laps in 5:10 as well. Only a tenth of a second back for Scott. Matthew Akel in the third on a 14-lap 5-flat pace, and Danny in fourth on a 10-lap 5:19 pace. 40 seconds to go on the clock. Fifteen seconds. Race is over, guys. Keep going until I tell you done. Keep going. Scott, you're done. Matthew, you're done. Dale, you're done. And Danny, you are done. Everybody is done. Scott Setzer taking victory, setting early TQs, 16 laps in 5:07. Dale Hines coming in second with 16 laps in 5:13. And Matthew, 14 laps in 5:02. Doesn't sound right. All right, guys, novice, you guys are up. Race number 3, Dylan Johnson, Sean Sims, and Vaughn Sims. Thanks, buddy. All right, Vaughn. Vaughn, I'm going to give you 3. Yep. Sean. There we go. right, turn marshal should be, let's see, Dale's out there, Matthew Akel, Scott Setzer, and Danny Landry. Huh? All right, guys, let's slow him down. Let's slow him down. All right, I need a volunteer turn marshal, please. Can I get a volunteer? Huh? Need one more right here. Can I get a volunteer, please? Volunteer. Thank you, Mike. Right over here. Yeah, that's fine. All right. Looks like we'll be good. All right, drivers. Here we go. Race number 3 out of 4. Round 1. Novice. Dylan Johnson, you're going to lead him on in less than 5. Sean. And Vaughn. And we're off. Race number 3 out of 4. Landry in front of the driver's stand. Be perfect. And as soon as you guys get another lap down, I will go into the race order. And Dylan Johnson right now, your leader on 11 lap 4:13 pace. There he is in that green and silver. Vaughn Sims right now in the third. He's on a 6 lap pace. And Sean, he's in the white and green. He is right now on a 10 lap 4:20 pace. 1 down, less than 3 to go. And in third, Vaughn in the black and silver, that in the short course. He's in the third spot. Last lap for you, Vaughn, was a 25-1. You're right there with him. Dylan Johnson, your fastest lap coming in lap number 1 was a 22 flat. Sean Sims, your fast lap was a 24 flat in lap number 2. And Vaughn, 25-1 last lap. 2:20 on the clock. Dylan Johnson, 23-9 last lap. He's still on that 11 lap pace. Sean on a 9 lap pace, and Vaughn on an 8. Coming up on that 2-minute mark. And Dylan Johnson with a 19-2. Sean, 23-9. And Vaughn, 24-9. Up next will be race number 4, the last race of the first round. Stock Buggy, Sean O'Hara, Mason McCombs, Eric Olds, and Mike Olds. 1:45 on the clock. Dylan Johnson last slot with a 21-8. Sean 26-7 and Vaughn 25-2. And right now, Sean and Vaughn both on a 9-lap pace. $1:15 to go. 1:15 to go. Dylan Johnson last lap with a 19.3. Sean last lap 24.7 and Vaughn 25.5. Sean Sims back on a 10-lap pace. Coming up on that 1 minute mark. 1 minute to go, guys. 1 minute to go. Remember, up next, Stock Buggy. You guys are up. $40. Dylan last lap with a 20 flat. Sean Sims, new fast lap, 22.3 for you. And you're still currently on that 10-lap pace. Dylan, the leader, on 11-lap pace, and Vaughn on a 9. He's currently in the third. 10 seconds to go. Race is over. Keep going till I tell you you're done. Keep going till I tell you you're done. Sean, you're done. Vaughn, you're done. And Dylan, you are done. Dylan Johnson taking victory. 12 laps in 4:26, setting the early TQ. Sean, 10 laps, 4:15. And Vaughn, 9 laps in 4:11. All right, good race, guys. Next is the last race of the first round. Thank you for the volunteers, for the turn marshals. Thank you, guys. Thank you, buddy. Huh? That's it. Exactly. You're supposed to crash and stuff like that across the line. Exactly. All right. Turn marshals are going to be Dylan Johnson, Sean Sims, Vaughn Sims, and I need a volunteer, please. Need a volunteer turn marshal. All right, my drivers are checked in. I just need one volunteer, please. One volunteer. Hey, Dale, appreciate it. You can get over here, right over here in the green. You see the green right there? It'd be perfect. Yep, perfect, right there. Yep, perfect. Thank you so much, man. All right, here we go, guys. Stock Buggy. Race number 4 out of 4, first round. Here we go. Sean O'Hara, you are going on the horn in less than 5. Sean. Oh, Mason. Eric. And Mike. All right, we're down 1. He'll get in the second round. He'll be fine. And once you guys get a couple laps down, I'll go in the race order. Hey, Sean, did you ask for a minute's grace or something, or I didn't see it? Oh, okay, I got you. Coming up on that 1 minute down, 4 minutes to go. Mason McCombs right now laying down a 17.9. Last lap follows it with an 18 flat. He is in that white buggy with the blue windows. Needs to take the tape. Lazy he is. 17 laps and 5:06 is his pace. Eric Olds in the second on a 16 lap 5:08 pace. And Mike Olds in the third, 16 laps and 5:12. 3:40 on the clock. Mason McCombs last lap 18.2. Eric last lap 19.3. And Mike Olds in the third. And with a 19 flat, Mike Olds only 4 seconds back behind Eric. And there it is. Mike Olds now moves up into the second. And Eric Olds into the third. 3:20 on the clock. Your leader, there he is in the white buggy. That is Mr. Mason McCombs. And now Mason down to a 16-lap pace with that 21.5 last lap. Mike Olds in the green with the orange rims, and Eric in the purple. Coming up on that 2 down, 3 to go. Mason McCombs laying down at 18 flat. There it is. 2 down, less than 3 to go. Mike Olds in the second, last lap 19.2. Eric Olds last lap 23 flat, and he is on a 15 lap 5:07 pace. But Eric answers with an 18.4 in lap 6. Mason McCombs 18.5 last lap. Mike 19.4, and Eric with an 18.4. 2:30 on the clock. Mason now back up to a 17 lap 5:16 pace. And Mike Olds with the 18.8 in second, now on a 16 lap 5:17 pace for Mike Olds. Coming up on that 2-minute mark. After this race, we'll take a 20-minute intermission and we'll go into round number 2. Remember, guys, Snack Shack is open, the concessions. Melanie's down there cooking, full concessions. And yes, we are live on YouTube. 1:45 to go. Mason McCombs laying a 17.9 in lap number 10. Eric Olds last lap 18.9, and Mike last lap 19.3. So Eric moves up into the second spot. And Eric Olds on that 16 lap 5:15 pace. Mike on a 15 lap 5:01 pace. 1:20 on the clock. And right now we're coming up on that 1 minute mark. 1 minute, almost 1 minute to go. You'll see the light here in. There we are. 1 minute to go, guys. 1 minute to go. Mason laying another 17.9 in lap number 13. That was the last lap for him. His last lap around, I'm sorry. And Eric Olds laying down at 18.7 last lap. And Mike Olds in third, laying down at 18.8. Mason laying down another 17.9. $20 seconds to go. Mason laying down. Another 17-9. So Mason right now on rails. 5 seconds. Race is over. Keep going until I tell you you're done. Mason, you're done. Track is hot. You hurt your teammate. Mike and Eric, everybody's done. Mason McCombs takes victory. Sets early TQ, 17 laps in 5:12. Eric Olds second, 16 laps in 5:26. And Mike Olds in the third, 15 laps in 5:21. All right, guys. At 8 o'clock, we'll go into round number 2. Track is open for practice, and we'll shut it down with about 5 minutes before 8, and we'll have it blow it off. All right, guys, go see Miss Melanie. Snack Shack's open, Hobby Shop's open, and I'm gonna come out there with the results. right, guys. It is 5 minutes till. We'll just blow the track off and we'll go in to round number 2 at 8 o'clock. 5 more minutes. Somebody, if you want to blow the track off, we'll get going. right, guys. Round number 2. Ready to run sportsmen. Scott Setzer, Dylan Johnson, Sean Sims, Vaughn Sims, and Matthew Akel. You guys are up right now. Term marshals are from race number 4. Sean O'Hara, Mason McCombs, Eric Olds, and Mike Olds. You guys are my term marshals. Vaughn, you are blue number 4. Sean, here's Sean. So I got 25 views on that so far. You don't have 18. I'm telling you. Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see it. No, I want to see it. I'm on it right now. Comments and 39 shares. Go to mine on there. All right, looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4 term marshals ready to rock. All right, guys, let's get them gridded up. All right, here we go. Time to beat is 13 laps in 4:21, set by Scott Setzer in round number 1. So, guys, that is a time to beat. Scott Setzer, you are going on the horn in less than 5. Matthew. Dylan. Sean. And Vaughn. And we're off. In race number 1, round 2, time to beat, 13 laps in 4:21. And that's the guy in the blue and black stadium truck right there. He is your early TQ leader. That is the guy to beat. And the other guy to beat from Jacksonville, Matthew Akel. And right now we're at that one down. 3 minutes to go. Matthew Akel right now in the lead. 12 laps and 4:08 is his pace. He is 1 lap behind TQ. Scott Setzer in the second, 12 laps and 4:19. Term marshal right here on the outside. We got one outside the track. And thank you, Mason. 2:30 on the clock. Matthew Akel, your leader, 12 laps in 4:09. Scott Setzer in the second, 12 laps in 4:19. 10 seconds back off the leader. Dylan Johnson in the third. He's in that green and silver short course. 10 laps in 4:15. Vaughn Sims, he's in the black and gray short course. He's in the fourth spot on a 7-lap pace. And Sean now moves up in the fourth. Sean on an 8-lap 4:11 pace. He's in that green and white short course. Matthew Akel, your leader. Last lap for Matthew, 22.4. Scott, last lap, 20.1. Dylan, last lap, 20.9. Sean, 23.8. And Vaughn in the fifth on a 28.4. That's your pace. Less than 2 to go, guys. Less than 2 to go. Up next is Independent Stock Buggy. Matthew, Scott, Dale, and Danny. You guys are up next. Scott Setzer with a 19.6 in the last lap, and he is now your leader. Matthew Akel in the second on 12-lap pace, and Dylan in the third. Last lap for Dylan, 20.2, and he is on an 11-lap pace. Yeah. One minute to go, guys. 1 minute to go. And Scott Setzer last lap 19.2. Matthew last lap 20.6. Dylan last lap 19.8. Sean 25.2. And Vaughn 31.2. 35 seconds. Remember, up next is Independent Stock Buggy. Also, we're going to need a volunteer term marshal for the next race. One volunteer, please. I got 2 racers racing back to back. 15 seconds. And Scott last lap 19.7. Matthew last lap 19.5. And Dylan 25.7. That is your top 3. 5 seconds. Race is over. Keep going until I tell you're done. Scott Setzer, you're done. Matthew, you're done. Sean, you're done. And Dylan, you're done. Everybody is done. Scott Setzer taking victory. 12 laps, 4:05. Still holds the TQ from round number 1. Matthew Akel coming in second, 12 laps in 4:11. And Dylan Johnson third, 11 laps in 4:14. All right, that's it for race number 1, round 2. Right now it's race number 2, round 2. Remember, turn marshals, if a car crashes, try to get to it as quick as you can. Show the same courtesy as you would if the turn marshal was trying to get you. Remember, when you're done also, when your race is over, finish the lap you're on and pull it in. Do not continue to do hot laps. Remember, Snack Shack is open, full concessions. We're live on YouTube. Thank you, buddy. All right, guys, just waiting for Scott to check in. There he is. All right, if I can have one of you guys in the middle down there. Sean, if you can get that middle. Hey, Sean, can you get the middle in the green? Thank you. Thank you. All right, guys, time to beat. Here we go. Independent stock buggy. Time to beat is 16 laps in 5:07, set by Scott Setzer in last round, round number 1. Scott Setzer, you are going on the horn. Less than 5. Dale. Matthew. And Danny. And we're off. Race number 2 out of 4, round 2. Independent stock buggy. Time to beat 16 laps in 5:07. Set by Scott Setzer in round number 1. You guys put a couple laps down. I will go into race order. And right now we're coming up on that 1 minute down. 4 minutes to go. Matthew Akel right now in the lead on a 16-lap 5:19 pace. Scott Setzer in the second on a 14-lap 5:16 pace. 1 down, less than 4 to go. Danny Landry in the third on a 13-lap 5-flat pace. And Dale Hines in the fourth, 13 laps and 5:03. Matthew last lap 19.1. Dale Hines now up in the second with that 19.4. Scott Setzer in the third. Last lap for Scott, 20.9. Matthew Akel still on that 16-lap pace. Dale Hines on the 14 and Scott Setzer on a 14. 3:30 on the clock. Scott Setzer now moves up into the second, but Dale takes it right back with that 18.6 for Dale Hines. And that is the fastest lap in this race, coming in lap number 4. And he's in that yellow buggy. Matthew Akel in the pink and blue. He is your leader. Last lap for Matthew, 18.3. Scott Setzer in the second, 19.2. And, well, I'm sorry, Scott down in the third, 19.9. Dale Hines back up in the second with that last 19.2. 2 down, 3 to go, guys. 2 down, 3 to go. .245 on the clock. Matthew Akel, last lap, 19.4. Dale, 19.8. Scott, 23.3. And Danny, 25.5. Matthew still on that 16-lap 5:08 pace. Dale on a 15-lap 5:09 pace. And Scott on a 15-lap 5:16 pace. New fast lap in this race with an 18.4 set by Dale Hines. All the way from Beachline. And Matthew Akel from Jacksonville. These guys are beating up on you locals. The local Ocals. But with Danny Landry back, gives Ocala a chance to redeem themselves. 1:45 to go on the clock. 1:45 to go. I'm waiting for race number 4, stock buggy. From TV trade to racing, Sean O'Hara will be in. Simmer down. 1:30 on the clock. Matthew last lap 19.2. Dale last lap 19.2. Scott last lap 18.5. And Danny last lap 22.7. And then Danny follows it with a 21.6, so he's getting a little faster. Coming up on that 1 minute mark. Your leader right there in that pink and blue. He's leading them on. Scott Setzer, though. 1 minute to go. Matthew Akel, you're only 3 seconds now back from the TQ. So Remember, time to beat, 16 laps, 5:07. Right now, Matthew, you're on a 16 lap, 5:10 pace. $35 seconds. And Dale Hines in that yellow takes that lead with an 18.9. And he's on a 16 lap, 5:17 pace, 10 seconds off the TQ with 20 seconds to go. Matthew Akel in the second, Scott Setzer in the third, and Danny Landry in the fourth. Five seconds. And Matthew down in the third, Scott in the second. Race is over. Keep going until I tell you you're done. Scott, you're done. Danny, you're done. Dale, you're done. And here it is. Matthew, you're done. Everybody's done. Dale Hines takes victory, 16 laps in 5:15. Scott Setzer still holds on to the TQ. Scott Setzer coming in second with 15 laps in 5:05. And Matthew finishing third, 15 laps in 5:15. Good race, guys. Well, you have that. All right, guys, it is novice. All right, Vaughn. Number 3. Let's give you number 3. All right, Sean. Let me give him 2. Hey, Landry, you got the transponder? All right, novice, you guys should be coming on out in the track. Thanks, buddy. Yeah, man. Yeah. I'm proud. All right, turn marshal should be. Let's see. Matthew's out there. Dale's out there. Scott Setzer is out there. And Danny Landry's out there. All right, guys, let's get him gridded up. All right, here we go, guys. I know one of you guys by the driver's stand there will be going to the middle shortly, so need to get that middle covered in that green over there. All right, guys, novice race number 3 out of 4. Time to beat 12 laps, 4:26, set by Dylan Johnson, who's in that green and silver short course right here. He's going to be leading them on in less than 5. Sean and Vaughn. And we're off. Race number 3 out of 4. Round 2. This is novice. Hey, who is coming up on that 1 minute down? 3 minutes to go, and here we go. 1 down, 3 to go. Dylan Johnson, your leader on 11-lap 4:02 pace. Sean Sims on 11-lap 4:08 pace. And Vaughn in the third, 9 laps in 4:06. Dylan Johnson with that 19.9. Right now, he's on a 12-lap 4:16 pace, beating out his old TQ, or his TQ from round number 1. Let's see if he can hold it. With 2 minutes and 35 seconds to go. Last lap for him was a 20 flat. Sean in the green and white. He's in the second. He's on a 10-lap pace. And Vaughn in that black and silver. He's in the third on a 9-lap pace. And Dylan Johnson with that 19.5. Sean 24.6. And right now we're coming up on that 2-minute mark. Two minutes to go, guys. 2 minutes to go. Dylan, last lap, 19.5. Sean, 22.7. And Vaughn, 24.6. Fastest lap for Vaughn in this race so far. .130 on the clock. 1:30 on the clock. Up next is race number 4. That is Stock Buggy. Sean O'Hara, Mason McCombs, Eric Olds, and Mike Olds. Also for the next race, I'll need a volunteer turn marshal. Dylan Johnson last lap with a 19.6, and right now he is 14 seconds ahead of his original TQ. Set in round 1. And you heard her. We are at that 1 minute mark, guys. 1 minute to go. Dylan last lap 21.7. Sean 25.6. And Vaughn 29 flat. Dylan still on that 12-lap 4:13 pace. Sean 10 laps in 4:10. And Vaughn 9 laps 4:27. 35 seconds to go. $20 seconds. $5 seconds. Race is over. Keep going until I tell you you're done. Keep going. Dylan Johnson, you're done. Sean Sims, you're done. And Vaughn, everybody is done. Dylan Johnson takes victory, sets his new TQ, 12 laps, 4:16. beating it out his original TQ by 10 seconds. Sean Sims coming in the second, 10 laps, 4:19. And Vaughn in the third, 9 laps and 4:18. Good racing, guys. All right, that is it for race number 3. Race number 4, Pro Stock. You guys are up. Remember, guys, I need 1 volunteer turn marshal for this race. Be careful, be careful, be careful. Thank you, sir. All right, my drivers are out there. They're ready to rock. Let's see. Turn marshal should be, let's see, Dylan's out there. Vaughn's out there. Scott is out there. Thank you. Waiting for Sean. Thanks, Dale. I really appreciate you, buddy. All right, guys, time to beat is 17 laps in 5:12. You can get the big cone, Sean, over here by the door. Right there. Perfect. All right, time to beat is 17 laps in 5:12, set by Mason McCombs in last round, which is round number 1. That will be the time to beat. Stock buggy, here we go. Mason McCombs, you are going on the horn in less than 5. Eric. Mike. Sean. And we're off. Race number 4 out of 4 in this last race of the second round. Remember, time to beat 17 laps in 5:12. Set by Mason McCombs, who's in that white buggy. That is a time to beat. Sean O'Hara in the 30s in that black buggy right here. Eric Olds now in the 30s in the purple Mason. Mike Olds is your leader right now so far. And Mason McCombs took it right from him. 18-4 last lap for Mason McCombs. Mike Olds last lap 19-6. And Eric Olds with a 20.9 coming up on that 1 minute down, 4 minutes to go. Mason McCombs right now on a 16 lap 5:01 pace. Mike Olds on a 16 lap 5:10 pace. Eric on a 13 lap 5:12 pace. And Sean on a 12 lap 5:10 pace. Mason McCombs last lap 18.3. Mike Olds 22.7. And Eric last lap 20.9. And Sean O'Hara with a 20.5. And Sean O'Hara now moves up to the 3rd spot. Eric down in the 4th. Sean O'Hara now on a 13 lap pace. Remember, turn marshals, watch your corners. Make sure they're going on the right in the right direction. Mason McCombs, 22.6 last lap, or Mason McCombs. Fastest lap in this race is set by Mason McCombs, coming in lap number 3 with an 18.3. And Eric Olds with an 18.9 in that last lap. And we got 2 down, less than 3 to go. Mason McCombs last lap 18.4. Mike Olds last lap 18.8. Mike Olds is only 4 seconds back off the leader. And he's in that green buggy with the orange rims. He's in second right now. Eric Olds in the 3rd. He's in the purple buggy. And Sean O'Hara in the 4th. He's in the black buggy. 2:30 on the clock. Mason McCombs, last lap 19-1. Mike, last lap 19-1. Eric, 19-2. And Sean O'Hara, 21-3. But Mason McCombs in lap number 8 gets 18-1. And right now he is one lap. Him and Mike are one lap behind the TQ. And that's your leader right there in the white buggy. And he had an 18-4 that last lap. Sean O'Hara with a 19-7 coming in lap number 7. That's his fastest lap with 2 minutes to go. Both Eric and Sean are on a 14-lap pace. Eric in the third and Sean in the fourth. 1:45 on the clock. Mason McCombs last lap 18-2. Mike last lap 19 flat and Eric last lap 18-8. And Sean follows with a 21-8. 1:30 on the clock. After this race, we'll take a 20-minute intermission. We'll go into our mains. Remember, if you guys have any tabs, come and pay them after this round. Coming up on that 1 minute mark, Mason McCombs in lap number 12 with a 17-9. 1 minute to go. 1 minute to go. Mason McCombs, your leader. 16 laps and 5:07 is his pace. Mike Olds in the second on a 16 lap, 5:16 pace. Eric in the third, 15 laps and 5:18. And Sean O'Hara in on a 14 lap and 5:18 pace with 40 seconds on the clock. $30 seconds. Mike Olds last lap with an 18-4. Then follows it with an 18-6. Eric Olds, 19 flat. And Sean O'Hara with a 20 flat. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Race is over. Keep going until I tell you you're done. Mason, you are done. Eric Olds, you're done. Mike, you're done. Just cross the line. Just cross the line. There we go. There we go. Sean, you are done. Mason McCombs takes the victory. 16 laps and 5:07. Still holds the TQ from round 1. Mike Olds in second, 16 laps, 5:18. Eric Olds third, 15 laps and 5:11. All right, guys, that's it for round number 2. I'm going to set up the mains right now. We're going to take a 20-minute intermission. I got to tell you what, we'll go 9 o'clock. We'll go into the mains. Give you guys a couple extra minutes. Hey, can someone come here and grab the sheets real quick? Because I got to do something in here. Okay. Ready to run Sportsman. Independent. Novice. Done. Display races. Here you go. Here's the mains right here. Also put the mains up. All right, guys, go see Melanie before the Snack Shack closes. It'll be closing shortly. Also, track is open for practice for till about, I'll say 15 minutes. I'll have it open for practice. Thank you, sir. And Danny Landry right now is coming out with the mains. All right, guys, let's blow the track off so we can go into the mains. Are we going to blow the track off or? Do we need to blow the track off or? Thank you, Landry. Never mind, Mason got it. See, I had help. I had workers coming out. Ready to run, Sportsman. Right after we blow the track off, you guys are going to be up. Scott Setzer, Matthew Akel, Dylan Johnson, Sean Sims, and Vaughn Sims. You guys can get your transponders. Blue number 5 for you. And Sean, blue number 4. All right, guys. Shop is closing in 5 minutes, few more minutes. If you have a tab, come pay it now. Oh, tabs are taken care of. You're good to go. No, we need some Flex Seal. All right, guys, my drivers should be coming out. Get them all checked in. Turn marshals are drivers from race number 4. Mason McCombs, Mike Olds, Eric Olds. And I don't know if you can, Sean, or not. If you're going to, I'll maybe find somebody for you. I got you. No, ready to run. Race number 3. Eric's out there. Waiting for Mike Olds, Mason McCombs. And I need a volunteer turn marshal, please. Volunteer. All right, you got it? All right, thanks, man. Well, I know he was packing up going, so I was going to find him a volunteer. Sean always has my back. Thanks, Sean. Me and Sean are like that. We're simmer down. All right. Eric, Mike, Sean, and I'm just waiting for Mason to get in the middle by the driver's stand. Let's get him gridded up, guys. Let's slow him up. Let's get him gridded up. Caution down the back straight. Slow it down that back straight. There's a car right there. Yeah. All right. I'll give Scott a second, because he's going to be the one leading him off. All right, there he is. All right, with a qualifying time of 13 laps in 4:21, in that very first spot, it's going to be Scott Setzer. In the second spot, all the way from Jacksonville, Matthew Akel. In the third spot, it's going to be Dylan Johnson. In the fourth, Sean Sims. And in the fifth, Vaughn Sims. All right, guys, here we go. Drivers are ready. Turn marshals are ready. Here we go. Everyone on the horn in less than 5. And we're off in Ready to Run Sportsman. And right there, Scott Setzer and Matthew Akel and Sean Sims in the third. And Matthew upside down. That moves up Sean Sims up to the second spot. Vaughn right behind Matthew, trying to get into third, but there comes Dylan right there in the fifth. 3:30 on the clock, 3:30 to go. Scott Setzer right now in the lead, but in the pipe, and he had to turn around. Sean Sims there right behind Scott Setzer, and Matthew Akel now in the third. So it's... And Matthew Akel right now coming up right behind Sean. And Sean almost traction rolled. Matthew trying to put the inside, and there he goes. Matthew up. There's a battle between second and third right there between Sean. And you got one down, less than 3 to go. And now Matthew Akel now moves up into the second spot. And Dylan now in the fourth. Dylan coming up right behind Matthew. And that gives Matthew a little bit of breathing room with that crash, but so your running order, Scott, Matthew, and Sean. That's the running order. And it looks like Vaughn is out. And we got 2:20 on the clock, 2:20 to go. Scott Setzer in that blue stadium truck. He is your leader. He's also the TQ. I heard that. That's your leader right there. That's your leader. And coming up, less than 2 to go. Less than 2 to go. Up next, Independent Stock Buggy. You guys are up next. Yes, sir. 1:30 on the clock. 1:30 to go. Scott Setzer still in the lead. Matthew Akel in second. Dylan Johnson in third. And Sean Sims in the fourth. And right now, we are at that 1 minute mark. 1 minute to go, guys. 1 minute to go. And there's your second place driver right there across the line. That is Matthew Akel all the way from Jacksonville, and he is running strong right now in second. But your leader in that blue and black, that is Scott Setzer. He holds the TQ and the lead, so he holds the lead so far. But he is your TQ, man. 20 seconds to go. Ten seconds. And Sean, that's the leader coming up behind you. There. Let him go. Race is over. Scott taking the victory and the TQ, finishing up with the 12 laps, 4 flat. Sean, you're done. Dylan Johnson taking third, and Matthew Akel from Jacksonville taking second. Good race, guys. Remember, drivers, do not, when you're done and you're by the entry there, pull it off. No hot laps. Remember, drivers, if you have transponders, turn them in. Independent stock, you are up. Scott Setzer, Dale Hines, Matthew Akel, and Danny Landry. Also, I'm going to need a volunteer turn marshal for this race, guys. A volunteer turn marshal. I got 2 running back to back. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it, buddy. Yes. Dale, you going to take it? Money's on you, buddy. I think you will. Stock, you guys are going to have a chance. Michelle's running Mason's car in the third race novice, so. Oh, man, it's going to be shrapnel everywhere. Mason might not even make it in the mains. It's going to be shrapnel everywhere. All right, just waiting for, let's see, Dylan's out there, Sean's out there, Vaughn's coming out. Can I get one volunteer, please? One volunteer. I got it. I'll find somebody out there, Sean. Thanks, Mike. One of you guys over here in the green and one of you guys on the cone closest to the sliding door. There we go. All right, guys, let's do this. Independent stock buggy in that very first spot with a qualified time of 16 laps and 5:07 in round number 1, Scott Setzer. In the second spot, all the way from Beachline, Dale Hines. In the third, all the way from Jacksonville, Matthew Akel. And Danny in the fourth. And Landry. All right, guys. Danny Landry back racing. All right, guys. Here we go. Independent stock buggy. Everyone on the horn in less than 5. And we're off. Here we go. Keep it clean. And Matthew Akel right now jumps out in front. Let's see what happens. And he's in that pink and blue. Dale Hines in the yellow. He's right now in second. And Scott Setzer right behind Dale Hines. He's coming up right behind him. Matthew Akel right now in the lead. And Danny Landry in the fourth. 4:30 to go. There they go. 1, 2, and 3. Over the crossover. Matthew Akel, your leader. Dale Hines right there, right behind him. But Scott Setzer coming up right behind Dale. There they go, over the double. Coming up on that one down, 4 minutes to go. And they're right there, right neck and neck of each other, less than a second back behind each other, going down the back straight. And we got 1 down, 4 to go. And it looks like Scott upside down, and that's going to give these two a little bit of a cushion. Matthew Akel and Dale Hines. And Dale Hines there right behind Matthew Akel. There they go, too, going down the back straight. And Scott Setzer now catching up to them. And Danny didn't even hit the jump. Went right over it. Hit that soft spot right there. Spun him. 3:20 on the clock. 3:20 to go. And Dale Hines all over Matthew Akel. Dale Hines in the second. He's in the yellow. Matthew Akel, your leader, in the pink and blue. In the third spot, it is Scott Setzer. He's in the blue buggy. And right now we're coming up on a 2 down, 3 to go. And that's your third place driver in that pipe, but he is out. And Matthew Akel upside down. That moves up Dale Hines. He's your leader from Beachline. He's in that yellow buggy. He is now your leader. And there he is, going down the back straight. Scott Setzer right now, right behind Matthew Akel, trying to get up in the second. .230 on the clock. Scott Setzer right all over Matthew Akel. There they go, 2 and 3, right here, crossing the line. Your leader in the yellow buggy. Oh, and we have one upside down right here. And we're clear. And Scott Setzer now moves up into second. Matthew Akel down into third. Right now, Scott Setzer 5 seconds back off the leader. Less than 2 to go. Up next, race 3, novice. Dylan, Sean, Vaughn, and Michelle. And Landry lets the leader go by. There we go. And Scott Setzer right there, coming up right behind Dale Hines. Dale Hines, you have Scott Setzer right behind you. He's putting the pressure on. He is 2 seconds back behind you. Less than 2 seconds, 1 second back. And now Scott Setzer, and Scott Setzer tried taking the inside, crashes, gives Dale Hines a little bit of a cushion. And Matthew Akel now getting closer to Scott Setzer, trying to get into third. And right now we're coming up on that 1 minute mark. Caution over here, caution over here. And 1 minute to go. Scott Setzer coming up right behind Dale. Dale holding his line. Scott Setzer 3 seconds back off the leader. And there they go, right there, coming up on the crossover. 30 seconds on the clock. Danny has to pull it off. And there they go, 1 and 2 down the back straight. 20 seconds on the clock. And Scott Setzer right behind him. And there they go, right over the crossover. Oh, and Dale hit the pipe. Scott Setzer, half a second back. 10 seconds. This will be the last lap. And there they go. Oh, and Dale upside down. Scott Setzer now moves up into the lead. Race is over when you cross. You're done, Matthew. You're done. And there he is, taking the TQ and win at the last couple turns. Scott Setzer coming in the victory. Dale Hines second and Matthew Akel third. Good race, guys. Dale. That was good, man. It was a good race. You and Scott had a good race. Good victory, Scott. That was a good race. Remember, drivers, I need the... oh, we got two of them in this race without transponders. Simmer down, Michelle. All right, this is race number 3. This is our novice class. Turn marshals should be, there we go. Scott, Matthew, Dale. And just waiting for Danny. Didn't I give you guys your turn? Drivers, I need your transponders back. If you have a transponder, bring it back. Okay. All right, guys, let's... You got it? All right, guys, let's slow them up. Let's slow them up. Let's slow them up. Slow them up. All right, he's checked in. Wait until he gets on the driver's stand. Vaughn Sims, he'll be in the 3rd spot, and Michelle will be in the 4th. All right, in that very first spot with a qualified time of 12 laps and 4:16 in round number 2, Dylan Johnson. In the 2nd spot, it's going to be Sean Sims. In the 3rd, it's going to be Vaughn Sims. And in that final spot, joining the crew, Michelle Metzger. No pressure, Michelle. Don't worry about Mason's car. He's just the next race. That's all right. All right, guys, here we go. Novice, everyone on the horn in less than 5. And we're off. And that moves up Vaughn Sims right into the 2nd spot. And Michelle moves up into 3rd. And she's right there coming up. Oh, she's battling the short course. Oh, look at her. And Michelle moves up into the 2nd spot. And there she goes right there. Oh, she's in the pipe. She's in the pipe. 3:30 to go. And she's in the 3rd spot. Dylan Johnson, your leader. In that green and silver short course right here, crossing the line. He is your leader. He's also the TQ holder. Sean Sims right there in the green and white. He's now in 3rd because Michelle Metzger in that white buggy, she is running right now in 2nd. And Sean right there with a little bit of a crash now has to catch Michelle, trying to get back up in the 2nd. Less than 3 to go. Less than 3 to go. And Sean Sims coming up right behind Michelle, trying to get into second. There's your battle between 2 and 3. And then they go down the back straight. And Michelle crashes it into the wall. And then Sean crashes. And then Michelle tries taking him out. Says, no, it's mine. Get out of here. Oh, and they're stuck. Come on, Landry. Oh, he hurt himself. 2:15 to go. 2:15 to go. It is Dylan Johnson, your leader. You're out. Michelle Metzger in the second spot. Sean, but she's upside down. Sean Sims moves up into the second spot. And we got less than 2 to go on the clock. Up next is race number 4, the last race of Thursday Night Thunder. Stock Buggy, Mason McCombs, Mike Olds, Eric Olds, and Sean's going to be out. $1:15 to go, $1:15 to go. And Michelle right there coming up right behind Sean Sims. She's trying to get her second place back. She's like, this is my night, Sean. And right now we're at that 1 minute mark, guys. 1 minute to go. And there she is coming up right behind Sean Sims. There they go, 2 and 3 down the back straight. But your leader right there he is in the green and silver. And Sean upside down, Michelle upside down. And Michelle right there, neck and neck. 40 seconds on the clock. This is for a position. This is for second and third. Oh, and upside down on the pipe, but he caught himself, but, oh, she got the worst of it. 25 seconds. There's your battle right there. 2 and 3. Sean Sims and Michelle Metzger. Come on, Michelle. You can do it. You can do it. 10 seconds. Simmer down. Oh, Mason, they could have a car left. 5 seconds. It's one big kerfuffle. Race is over. When you cross, you're done. And Dylan Johnson taking the victory and the TQ. Michelle Metzger taking third. And here he is, Sean Sims in that green and white short course. When he crosses, he will be taking second place between the duel between Sean and Michelle. Good race, guys. All right, last race of Thursday Night Thunder. I almost said Superstar Saturday, but caught myself. Simmer down.
What happened to the times?
You mean what times?
I didn't hear him.
I don't really call times in Maine's. I call I call the but let's see, where did you finish with? You finished with 11 laps. 19.5. So you were a lap slower than your main, your heats, yeah. But you took the TQ and win. That's all it counts. Gonna have to move you up. Where's the other one? Where is he? I don't know. You guys like having fun, don't you? Yeah, okay.
I mean, I'll go up with a buggy.
Yeah, but you have to have a buggy. Yeah. All right, turn marshals, Mason, not Mason, sorry, Mason. Dylan's out there. Well, he's coming out. Sean, Vaughn, and Michelle. All right, Vaughn. Oh, Michelle, you're already out there. Let's see. Dylan, can you get that middle cone over here by the door? Yep, and then. Oh, you're gonna help? All right. Sean, Dylan, stay back there. Sean, he said he was gonna get that cone. Yeah. Dylan, you can go back to where you were. He's gonna get that. Thank you, buddy. All right, guys, we're all checked in. We're ready to rock. Let's slow him up. Let's slow him up. Let's bring him down that back straight. Here we go. In that very first spot with a qualifying time of 17 laps in 5:12, coming in round number 1, Mr. Mason McCombs. In the second spot, it's going to be NewRedHobbies Mike's Olds. In the third spot, in that purple buggy, it's going to be Mr. Eric Olds. All right, here we go, guys. All three of you. Down to 3. Stock buggy, A-main, here we go. Lesson 5. And we're off in the last race of Thursday Night Thunder. And Eric Olds right there, your leader. In that purple buggy, Mason McCombs. Oh, and he's upside down. Mason McCombs now back up in the lead. And Mike Olds in the second, but Eric Olds there, right behind him, going down that back straight, 2 and 3. And Eric Olds got in a little bit of kerfuffle. And Mike Olds in the second spot. Mason McCombs right here, your leader. That's it. That's why he's leading, because Michelle broke the car in. And Sean didn't do too much of damage to it. So Sean said he was scared of you. He was worried. And we got 1 down, less than 4 to go. Mason, you're leading. Last lap for you, Mason, 18 flat. Mike Olds, you're in the second spot. And there he is, right there in the green, in the orange rims, missing the jump. And there you go. You got the 3:35 to go on the clock. And Mason McCombs right now in cruise control. 17.8 for Mason. Mike Olds at 19.6 and Eric Olds 19.1. I know it's the mains and I'm talking like it's the heats, but let's tighten the race up. Mason McCombs in cruise control. Mike Olds was upside down, but Eric got into a little issue down there in the back corner. He's out of it. He'll catch Mike Olds, no worries. Eric said he got it. 2 down, less than 3 to go. And Eric Olds right now is just a few seconds back behind Mike. 2:35 to go. Coming. We're at the 2:20 mark. 2:20 to go. It's still Mason, Mike, and Eric. All laying down at 18 and 19 second laps. Mason McCombs, 18 second. Mike Olds, 22 flat that last lap. But Eric Olds with an 18.4. That is his fastest lap in this race. And he's slowly but surely catching Mike Olds. He is gaining. And right now we're at that 2-minute mark, 2-minute warning. Laying down some nice laps. 17.7 for Mason, Mike 18.1, and Eric 19 flat. And Mason coming up right behind Mike Olds, putting him a lap down. 1:30 on the clock. And Eric Olds is now catching Mike Olds, catching him a little bit closer. He is gaining. 1:20 on the clock. Eric running a nice little line right there. He is catching Mike. He is right there, coming up right behind him. Coming up on that 1-minute mark. And Mike Olds upside down. Eric Olds now right there. We have a race. Michael. And we have less than 1 to go, less than 45 seconds to be exact. And right now, Eric Olds is 2 seconds back off the lead, off second. Eric Olds there now right behind Mike Olds, trying to put the pressure on with 25 seconds, trying to get into position. Here's your battle for second. And he's 2 seconds back off of second, behind Mike Olds. And we got 10 seconds to go. Whoops. Final lap. Maybe not. Race is over. When you cross, you're done. Eric taking third. And it looks like Mason McCombs is going to take the TQ and win. Mike Olds will be taking second. Track is hot. Track is hot. You got to hit the jump. There we go. Mike Olds taking second. Eric taking third. Mason McCombs with the TQ and win. All right, guys. That's it for Thursday Night Thunder. Want to thank Dale Hines from Beachline and Matthew Akel from Jacksonville coming out. Long distance. And, guys, we're going to do the pictures and the awards right now. They're going to come out there with the camera and the ribbons. Remember, guys, we'll be racing again Saturday. Superstar Saturday. Racing starts at 1. Race registration at 12. I don't know. I'm just holding this out because somebody usually grabs it. I don't know. Yeah, we're doing ribbons. Why didn't it print out the real? All right. Danny's coming out now. Going to take the pictures and the awards. Or take the pictures and give the awards. So we're going to have Raider on Sportsman. You guys are going to be up first to get your pictures and get your ribbons. Scott Setzer, Matthew Akel, and Dylan Johnson, you guys are going to be up here at the podium. Yep. All right. Scott Setzer took the TQ and win. Matthew Akel took second. And Dylan Johnson got third. Independent stock buggy, you guys can start bringing them to the podium. Scott Setzer, Dale Hines, and Matthew Akel. So we're just missing Dale Hines for this one. Dale Hines, where are you at? Just waiting for Dale. There he is. All right. Scott Setzer took the TQ and win. Dale Hines took second. And Matthew Akel taking third. Novice, you guys can start bringing them up. Dylan Johnson, Sean Sims, and Michelle Metzger. All right, novice, Dylan Johnson took the TQ and win. Sean Sims took second. And Michelle taking third. Michelle, yeah, she got third. Stock Buggy, you guys can bring them on down. Mason McCombs, Mike Olds, and Eric Olds. Mike Olds got second, so you might as well give him a second. Eric Olds and Mason McCombs, bring them on down. The Price is Right. Eric got third, and Mason got the TQ and win. Mason. He's slacking lately, Mason. All right, guys. Thank you, everybody, for coming. See you next time. See you Saturday.